everyone, it's Desiree. Now, I'm going to pick the video up where we left off. I'm still working on this ribbon clamp, which are great closures, by the way. But you're going to see it's right about that tool goes right up to that, and I start changing my mind. So, let's pick the video up right from here and keep going. You know what? I think I'm actually going to do, yes, dare I say, I'm going to do eyelet. So, I don't want to do that. I'm going to come in there. And that's going to be 1/4 of an inch off of that. We're going to flip this over. I'm going to measure from the bottom. It was 4 inches. And it was 1/4 of an inch off the paper. Okay. See how fast I can change my mind. All right, I'm going to need my heavy duty punch. All right, I'm going to punch the hole. I need to see the hole. All right, we got that one. Just went into my book. And I'm going to pull this forward again. So I know my head is getting in the way. Really would love to break that piece off. There we go. Okay, I gotta pull this off to the side, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. Yep. All right, now let's see if we can get these in there. I don't have to change this. Oh, nice. All right, that's one. What I have found, and I'm sure you all know this already, is the thicker the piece you're putting your eyelet on, the so much better they look. Okay, I was a little concerned on that one. There we go. So that's going to be my closure, and all that's going to be is triple twine. That's going to create a bow that's going to come off of that. So let's work on our cover and our spine and the back. I don't think I'm riveting anything else. I've never riveted so much in my life, and I absolutely loved it, because usually that doesn't work well for me. All right, so let's tilt this up. We're going to do a very simple spine. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put that there. And now that's going to hold up. Okay. So I have 4 pieces of cardstock cut. I cut this out of one of our images from the kit. I held that back in reserve, and I'm going to put that on top. Now that's just going to give me some lift. For the piece, for this to sit right here. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to grab some of this twine. And I'm just going to twist this like this. And with my third hand, oh my goodness, holy me. I'm going to cut a piece of tape. And I'm going to take this and carefully place that down on that tape. But I want to make sure that loop is up there as well. And then this is going to sit down on to that. And we're going to use a lot of glue for that. And I'm going to hold that just for a little bit. I want the sides at least to grab on. Once I know that this is dry, there we go, I'm going to add some beads to one of these. You can see I can play with this location of these and get these completely together, and just play with those. But I do like that. It's very simple, very plain. I know, right? I know what you're saying. I feel it. I feel it. I'm not taking that over the top. All right, so that is our spine. Again, every once in a while I check. Yep. That's our front. Now I'm going to real quick go to the back. These are the quick areas. I usually, you know, unless I have a tassel that comes out, and if I do put a tassel, I usually don't put anything in the spine. These are the pieces. Oh, and I forgot we're going to put "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year" on there as well. So let me real quick do that, or else I will forget. And if you have punches, they are the best thing. And again, I'm putting that right along there. So lots of glue, and I want that down onto book. And we're going to push down. Okay. There we go. We're going to make sure we're at the back. Yes, we are at the back. So when it comes to the, like I said, unless I'm putting a really large tassel here, I usually don't do too much to the spine. This is as far as I'll go. Tassel will be big and billowy and have all kinds of charms and everything else in it, but it's still the only thing that I'll put on the spine. It's the same thing when it comes to the back. Now, what I do put on all of my albums are a couple things. One, I put my logo, and that's include a thank you and then some. But then this swivels. And what that reveals is the year, my initials, and I name every journal that I create, whether it's a scrapbooking journal or a junk style, vintage style journal. I always give them a name, and I have a book that keeps all of these names so I don't duplicate. And then that's just something a little special that I give. That always sits down in this corner. So I'm going to remove the sticky tape that I have. I'm going to add a little glue, and I'm going to get this in place. So that's something that I do to the back, every single one. And again, it just swings out. And then I'll do a small collage. I really liked this piece. And I am literally just going to put this on. And I'm going to place that right there. And when I'm pressing down on the covers, I'm holding them up with my left hand. And then this here, I am going to go around this with a black marker. Just to get rid of that white edge. And I'm going to set that right there. And that is all that I'm doing for the back. That's it. And you can also see that I try to keep it as flat as possible. I don't know where the recipient is going to put this, what shelf they're going to put it in, or if they're going to put it on a shelf completely out in the open, or if they're going to put it on a table. But if they are sliding it in and out, I try to minimize, notice how I said I try to minimize how much could get caught onto anything there. All right, so here is the setup for the cover. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift that down. I'm going to shift this because you know what I'm about to do here. I know I said I wasn't. However, I was wrong. And I want one of these. The fronts, however, okay, has anyone ever had one of their, really? Oh, I've never had this happen. Are they supposed to do that? Okay, well, we're gonna let that. Again, trying to do so. There we go. Nice. Okay. So everything's inked up and everything's ready to go. I'm going to need this. And this and this. So whenever, and I mean whenever, whenever I add a tassel of any sort, it's big, it's flowy, it's all over the place, it's double, some say scary, the way that I just put all of these together. It's just something that I gravitate to. You know, it's, you know, a lot of people say, you know, go big or go home. But I just love to have the billowing. Now these pieces that are about to get cut off are saved. I keep all of my scraps from my tassels because they're small bits that can be added. Let's get that tucked back down in there. All right, now we're going to attempt to push that through. It's chunky. That's okay, I love it. All right, and we're gonna make sure that we have all of these pieces. And I'm gonna pull on this one just a little bit. Here we go. And we are going to grab all of this and pull it through. Not quite sure why that's not doing what it's, but there we go. And then we are going to pull, and we're going to pull one at a time. When we try to pull all of it, it can just really go all over the place. And you want to pull both sides. Trying to get that bump out. I don't want that bump there. But I have the funny feeling I'm going to have to suffer with it. But it's coming down. All right, and we're going to tighten it up with the cording. All right, so we're going to focus in on the no. Go, got that a little smaller, which I like. And we are going to do some trimming. I like the loops on the top, so I do keep the loops on the tops as well. And then I cut the ribbons all on an angle. And then I move those. And I just messed that whole setup up. Yep. Special Me. I think I remember it though. And I think that went there. That went there, and I think that went there. Okay. So here is our main piece. All right, and we are going to get this in place. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to pull in a piece of the tape, just a piece, because I do want this bow and it's going to be the brown to come back here. So I want that to rest back there. So now that's held in place. And I think I'm good with everything else. So now we can just get this set with glue. And again, lots of it. And of course, glue bottle feels the need to jam up. You know, anybody that tells you that these do not clog up, they're fibbing. I'm just saying. They are fibbing. And I am going to get a little bit of glue on that. Okay. So I'm going to flip this over, keep all of those out of the way, and we're going to get this down. Again, lifting up and just pushing down. That knot will want to resist, but that's okay. And when it does, there's nothing like double-sided tape. All right, so now we've got that, and now we're just working on our other pieces. So I know I want to work on the bottom of this. And again, everything that I do put down, I do enjoy putting down on an angle. I'm okay if there's not a lot of glue down on it so that the edges curl. I like that look. It's not for everybody, but again, we're creating our collages, and when you use this much glue like I am behind these pieces, you have that time to play with it. And then we're going to get Christmas on there, and that is just going to go straight across. This here, you could make this a pocket if you want. I don't want to do that. So all of this is now going to go down. And there you go. Last stretch. I am just doubling up on some twine. Because this is what's our closure. I'm going to come in from the back. Put that there. I'm sorry if I'm slamming that around and the camera is shaking. Hopefully soon going to get that fixed. I'm going to take these and I'm going to tie a knot at the end. And again, I'm okay if these are different lengths. Again, it just adds to the character. So to not have, to have that one cut and that one not, I think is great. But here, that's going to be our closure. And again, we don't close them too tight, but we can just have a loose knot that's going through. And there we go. All right, let me clean up so that we can have a clean slate. And let's do a flip through of our scrapbook journal. Okay. This was a long time coming, many parts, but again, I wanted to make sure that I go step by step by step, as much as possible, when it comes to this album. I absolutely love it, and I'm sure whoever the recipient is for this will absolutely love it as well. So let's just do a quick recap. This is our front. We featured the Pink Monarch Print Super Simple Christmas 10 days digital download, which she started the process of marrying the concept of scrapbook album flips and what I call flips and flops and interaction to the junk journal style of signatures that we all know and love as well. I will have all of that linked down below so that you can get to Anna and even watch her videos on how she put them together. This is our cover, and again, all the pieces that I used are from her shop. They are either the background papers that coordinate with the Christmas Super Simple set. They are called Very Merry, so I did use those as well for pages. Here is the spine. Again, just using a piece of the ephemera that I used a hole punch, stacked it up onto some cardstock to give it some chipboard weight, added a sentiment and then just added a little bit of twine underneath. Here is the back. We keep it simple, and again, I always add my logo and I name every journal that I complete, and I put the year on it. Our closure is just 2 rivets put into the album itself, along with twine that can either be tied into a bow or tied into a knot. I like a lot of things that fall out of my album. So you can see on the top, we've got a lot of these balls and chains just falling out. I will have, for these few tags that don't have anything on top, I will be adding tassels to those, whether it's sari silk, lace, or some twine coming out of that. So I do like those explosions coming out and the unevenness that's up on the top. That's just my personal preference, and I do like it shooting out the side as well. And you can see we do have that shooting out because I did add these file folders where I put my hand in between the hinge to get it down onto the hinge, or between the hinge pages to get it down onto the hinge. That actually becomes a pocket. Once you seal up the bottom, your top is still opened. And these are just 2 of the background pieces glued together. Used a punch to create that tab, and everyone has one of those in there, so they stick out just a little bit. You can trim them down a little bit more if you want them in more and just to see more of the tag. But I do like, again, all of these papers just flowing, coming out of the journal. So let's go through each one. Here is our first one on the inside cover. This flips out and we have some pockets. Again, lots of ball and chains. I really like those as a connector to the top of my tags. This flips up, great spot for a photo. This flips down. Again, you can put a photo behind this. We've got an interactive pocket here, a couple journal cards there, and a great spot to journal there. Here we have a flip out and a flip out and a flip out. We're just flipping out all over. We've got a tag journal spot. We can put a photo here. We can journal more here. We have a tag with a pocket. And we can journal on the back, or even put a photo, or put a photo there. We can even put a photo right in the front here if we wanted to. And then this just all closes up upon itself. For here, I added something very special. I had made a mistake with my tag on the back. Again, here's the card. So place the journal, add photos, or you can add photos on all sides. And I love taking some of the ephemera. This is the same piece that's out on the spine, making it a charm. Again, using a punch and then punching more cardstock to make it chipboard-like. It'll stand up. This too will show the name and also the year. When it comes to the journal, made a mistake, figured I'd make it part, added a couple bells and a star for that. So that is a nice large charm that just hangs off throughout this journal as well. We can make our charms out of paper. Absolutely. So this one here, we have some tags and a journaling card. And if we just shift this tag over, we have that flip. And here we have another journal card, and that has a tag that sits in these many pockets. We have a tag here. Again, these two, this tag and this tag, will have some twine coming off of it. And again, to just close this, all you have to do is just put that tag right in front, and that is secured. This pulls out as well, has another ball and chain. This here is an accordion folder, so we can fit lots of goodies and have fun with paper clips. And of course we have a file folder paper clipped in there already. And I think this actually will be a wonderful spot for that book. On this side here, we have paper clipped as well. We can keep that paper clip there. So this is a little notebook to journal in, and a tag. Again, we'll be adding some twine to that. This flips out, journal here, more journaling spots here. Now this is also, however, a pocket. So I do need to find something which, hello. Yes. So there we go. We have now found homes for each. That simple. That's a pocket, and again, you want to have something sticking out so somebody knows, oh, okay, I can pull on that, so that they can see that it is a pocket for them. Here, I am going to put this back inside, tuck that back in. There we go. And again, I created another one of those charms, this time in a circle. Nothing's on that one, but again, just used a punch, and to have the same size, I punched it out of craft cardstock about 4 times. So this is about 5 layers, and it is a solid piece of chipboard. It is not going to get damaged. I have a little brass round disc and a couple of bells on this. And then that will just dangle down. And again, we have a super large card that can have journaling or photos, again, using her papers. Here's the center of our book. It's nice. It's not flat, but it's also, these will never be flat the way that I make them, but it's not still sitting upright. Here we have all kinds of tags. We have a pocket with its own little tags in there, more tags. We have a large one that will have some tassels coming off of that. These will just have some twine. And when we open it, we have a another piece attached. Now we can certainly take this and put that in that large pocket. And we can also turn it so that it's more so to the top as well, so it's not at the bottom. You can have things at the bottom. I'm just leery of it. Again, not sure where they're putting this, how they're going to set it. So, you know, I just like to make sure that, one, not scratching anything for them, and just making sure that it's secured and they won't break. So we have a little booklet here that can come out. We have more journaling cards and another tag that will have some twine. Again, these are 2 pockets, and 2 of them, these are open. So they can add other cards in here. These can be belly bands. These can hold ribbons. These can hold laces. If they're taking this on a trip, for the holidays and they want to be able to embellish. Both of these do flip, and they can flip individually. I just have them locking up together, and that's simple by taking your 2 journaling cards and let them surround each other. So this one, if you have that one sitting up more like that, and this one closer like this, once you move one, they both will move. So again, you can create your own interaction with the piece. And here we just have a pocket with a tag, with a journaling book, pictures, all everywhere a picture, and then of course our large journaling card once again. So here we have our door. I still have to put a gem on this. Not sure if I'm going to. I kind of like just having that knotted, but this is beautiful when it opens up. And you can see it does open. We can still function through this, move things around. If we just bend these up, they will come out of their little tabs so that you can journal in those spots, and we just curl them again underneath to open those. This is a journaling book as well, along with another tag that'll have some twine and a journaling card. I love this one. This one is very, very pretty. Love this design. And then again, this just wraps around, and it does wrap around. And I think right there, I'm just going to put a knot. I've got so much metal in here, which again is something that I love. Love adding my metal because it makes noise. It just sounds cool. All right, we've got that there, and I'm just going to trim that. Okay, on this side we have a side pull out, and we were able to put our journaling book or photo holder in there. We have a tag, and it's one of the long tags, so we'll be adding twine coming off of that. Journaling card, more cards, lots of journaling space on this one, and then again a large card, and did not add any again charms on the bottom too, because again they're getting towards the bottom, they would have to be close. Our last two interaction, this here has a pull out to that side, and here we just turn, swivel our piece, and this folds down multiple times. We have a pocket, great spot for a photo, and we have a pocket here, and we have a pocket here. We can just fold that up and put that piece there, and it holds that in place. This is a large pocket that sits in there snugly. I do like to keep that up off the top of the book. Again, I enjoy that. I think that's cool. Here we're going to add some twine to this tag. We added a magnetic closure. Once you get these flat, and again, all of my printing, all the pages were done on a heavyweight printer cardstock, a text weight. So as you're adding all of these flips, it's going to pull that back paper and make it curl. Just give it a bow that's in there. It's going to curl up. Once we get our glue and our tape down on it, it's going to flatten out. So these pieces were springing up. Not a problem. We're just going to make that tag a permanent fixture. We added a magnetic closure, and all of these now are working just fine. So lots of pockets, lots of journals, journaling spaces in here. Each of these pull out and have some sort of card, and bloop, that all holds it all together. That is our journal. I hope you enjoyed it. I really do hope you enjoyed it. And again, it's a 6x8 journal with a 4-hinge system in there. And there we go. And it's featuring the Christmas. Super simple. Yes, absolutely. Super simple. I'm just going to call it a daily component. I'm not quite sure if it's a series, but it is a digital download. So I hope you'll check this out, and I hope you enjoyed all of these parts. Whether I put them out today, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do at this time when I'm filming. I will have all of Anna's information down below, to her website, Pink Monarch Prints, to her Etsy shop, to her YouTube channel, and I will link also to this playlist specifically for the Christmas Super Simple series that she did, where she shows the flip through just of that day's, and then she shows the full tutorial on how she puts it together. So I will link that as well. And I will link to the 2 products that I am featuring in this album. If you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe. Hit that thumbs up and make sure you hit the bell so that you know when the next video or video series is live for you. And any questions that you may have when it comes to paper, card making, scrapbook, album, journals, anything of that nature, and even a little Zentangle. And stay tuned, there's more coming on that. Please make sure you ask them down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the process. That's what this is about. I did not know if this was going to work, what was in my head, but we did it together. I am not one to do something prior to filming. I just turn it on and let's see what happens. And I think I have a beautiful result here. I absolutely love it. So try it. Get out of that comfort zone and enjoy the process and enjoy the art that you are creating. But remember, most of all, what's most important, always be creative, guys. And I will talk to you in the next one. Till then.